On 7:10. Meanwhile, games going on right now. Brewers putting it on the Pirates 12-5 in the top of the 8th. Headed to the bottom of the 9th, it's the Nationals with an 8-7 lead over the Royals. Bottom of the 8th in Texas. Rangers up on the Diamondbacks 3-2. Padres shutting out the Giants 7-0 in the bottom of the 4th. And the Phillies and Reds are in the midst of a rain delay.
Snapshot brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
This hour is brought to you by Legacy Group Capital's Northwest Fund.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, this is Wyman and Bob.
On Seattle Sports.
Streaming live on the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Dave Wyman and Bob Stelton.
Welcome, everybody. It's Wyman and Bob. This is Seattle Sports on 710 and seattlesports.com. Happy Wednesday to everybody out there. We got a Mariners game coming your way at the bottom of the hour with a pregame show at 2:30. Hopefully they'll get things started. There's some inclement weather in the forecast, so we'll see what goes on there. We'll get to our conversation with Elijah Arroyo, tight end of your Seattle Seahawks. That's coming your way in just a few minutes. But Dave, can't wait for the game today. Hopefully it's not delayed. I think Logan was the victim of a weather delay last time when he was just rolling.
That's right.
And then they had that delay, and he came back out, and the mojo was gone. He was dominant for 5 innings, and then the switch got turned off, and he couldn't flip it back. So hopefully we're not experiencing anything like that for him again as he gets the start today. But what a game last night. No real offense to celebrate or speak of on either side, obviously, but 1-0. George Kirby looked like prime George Kirby. I mean, just absolutely dominant, and they needed it.
Man, 7 innings, only gave up 3 hits. I mean, there was only 11
How
hits
many walks?
In the entire game, but and he
zero.
had 0.
That's
Zero
right.
walks. So
That's the George we know.
yes, we do. So yeah, I mean that was such a bummer with Logan Gilbert last time. That he was, like you said, he was rolling at that point, and clearly that delay affected him. And it's just hard to get ramped up. I mean, Mike McDonald was just talking about that as far as like getting the warm up before. It's like you kind of peak a little bit early, and then you go back in the locker room, and then there's this big interruption. It's like 10 times that for a pitcher who gets ramped up. And I understand that Logan Gilbert is one of those guys that's not very nice on game day, and so yeah, there's a lot of intensity there. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't come in the middle.
Yeah, I mean it's they need him to be the prime Logan because right now they're going up against a guy with an ERA under 2 in this game, so they've got their hands full, offensively speaking. Before we get into what they're facing today, and before we get to Elijah Arroyo, just a quick little reminder of what George Kirby did last night, getting through 7 innings, and he caps it off with a strikeout of Mancastle.
Trying to go 7 scoreless. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him. 97. Crackling over the edge. George Kirby has been brilliant tonight. 7 scoreless against Baltimore on just 3 hits. 7 punch-outs along the way. George Kirby has been phenomenal tonight.
Beautiful. Just prime Kirby. Just looked absolutely pinpoint control, spot on. I do like, I tweeted out yesterday, Dave, I tweeted out something about, Kirby's dealing or something like that. Mm-hmm. And an Orioles fan entered the chat and said, no, he's not dealing. He's left like 8 pitches over the middle of the plate. He's just beating a terrible offense or the worst offense of baseball. And it made me laugh because I'm like, you know what? I feel your pain, man. Mariners fans can relate to this sort of frustration. It's not the other guy that's doing well. It's your team that stinks. Yeah. So don't tell me Kirby's great. It's us. We stink.
Yeah. Should have told him, go look at his numbers.
Yeah. He's not dealing at all. It's just the Orioles are that bad. So
he's a pretty good pitcher.
Yeah, he was on point.
No, but that's funny. I mean that you you recognize the frustration there.
Yeah, like, I wasn't even mad at him barking back. I just was like, yeah, you know what? I got you, man.
Feel your
I
pain.
get it. Yeah. I get it. We've been there. So game 2 coming up, and quickly before we get to our conversation with Elijah Arroyo, the lineup is out today. And some noticeable differences. You got a Rosarena leading off, followed by Cal, followed by Julio, Gino, Naylor. Garver is your DH today. Polanco's your second baseman. Crawford hitting 8th, that's short. Your right fielder is Dylan Moore. And I understand he's on the roster, and as long as he's on the roster, they're going to try to get him back in a rhythm. They're going to try to get him turns to become productive. But right now, you're tied for first. The Mariners are technically in first place right now, and it's a nip-and-tuck battle to say the very least with 42 games to go. So every one of them means the world. You're vacillating. You're every night back and forth. You're in first. You're a half game out. You're up in the wild card. You're down. I mean, it's just every game shifts the standings, and it means the world. And you've got a guy who could not be more icy cold than Dylan Moore, who had 1 hit in June, 1 hit in July, and he's 0 for August.
Well, and it can only mean one thing. It can only mean one thing. He's going to go out and rake.
I hope so.
Because, you look at they were swept by Baltimore. I think that was a home series, right?
Yeah.
He went 0 for 4 in 2 games there, 4 strikeouts. So, yeah. And I don't think he faced this pitcher, the lefty, but, yeah, I mean, it's one of those, I typically don't, complain about the lineup and who's doing what, and I just figured Dan has his finger on the pulse, but that one's a head scratcher.
Yeah, putting Garver and Moore in the lineup, and again, the lefty-righty stuff just it makes me nuts. It's not like Canzone is just crushing lefties. He's hitting 229 with a 308 on base versus lefties. He's only had 35 at bats, so he's got a limited exposure, but 229, 308. Dylan Moore, who was thought to be your lefty killer, $161, 267 on base. Yeah. He's worse against lefties than Canzone. Leave Canzone in there. He's been hot. I'd rather just take, if he goes 0 for 4, so be it. I just don't have that confidence, and I hope we're talking about this tomorrow. I'm like, wow, I was wrong about Dylan Moore. Dan knew what he was doing, and what a great call by him. I hope we're having that conversation. I'll be proud to have it. But looking at it right now, I'm scratching my head going, come on, man. It's just these games mean too much to have a hole in your lineup that could be very likely an 0 for 4 day.
I don't think I've complained about Dan's moves, but this one, I'm not seeing it there. But like I said, it can only mean that Dylan Moore is going to go out there and go 4 for 4.
I hope he does. I am rooting for him. Great guy. He's done great things for the team, certainly. I am rooting for him to come out there and just stick it to me, just where I have to own it tomorrow. I look forward to that conversation. Meanwhile, we were out there yesterday, final day of training camp for your Seattle Seahawks as they continue to prepare for the Kansas City Chiefs, and we had a chance to catch up with their rookie tight end, Elijah Arroyo. Well, Seahawks training camp has wrapped up for the day, and we get a chance to catch up with a guy that a lot of people are excited about, very excited after the draft, and as they've watched him through training camp and a little bit during preseason game number 1. A lot of hype behind you, my friend. Elijah Arroyo is with us. How are you?
Doing good. How about y'all?
We're doing great. Do you pick up on any of that, the sort of the expectation, the anticipation of you that people are excited about your presence here?
I mean, I have high expectations for myself. I really don't focus on it. I focus on, just being the best I can be and helping this team be the best that they can be so we can go win games.
Elijah, so coming out of Miami, did you know for sure that you were going into your senior season, that you were going to enter the draft after that, or did you have more eligibility? How did you approach that senior year?
So I actually had 3 more years going into my senior year, and I told myself, this is gonna be my last year. I went and manifested it, and I didn't really have that much production going into last year, but I just made sure I was ready to go to the next level, and I made sure that, I made it happen. Yeah.
What have you seen so far? I know it's only been 1 preseason game, but a lot of reps in practice. Anything, I don't know, surprise you? We always hear about the speed of the game when guys are making that transition from college to pro, and maybe that's more with a regular season game. But is that caught your eye at all? Anything that stands out as, whoa, this is a lot different than college ball?
Yeah, I would really say, the speed is true, but the mental speed, just how fast you got to think and how, instinctive you have to be, while playing the game.
Yeah, it's funny, I always talk about how in college, if you're crushing it in college and you get drafted, then you don't really need to improve on anything or anything but then you get in the NFL, especially for receivers, like it's a lot more exact, right? I mean, you got to take certain steps and it's more precise. And has that kind of hit you a little bit? I mean, what have you learned so far?
Oh yeah, this is definitely something that, you know, I've been learning on. Coach Clint, Coach Matt, you know, all them guys, they've been helping me out with, you know, just getting everything right, getting all the steps right, so that way we can have good timing and, you know, get somebody open. Is
there ever times you're like, I never even thought of that step? I mean, they're telling me to do something I've never even done before. Right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, you know, it seems like a lot of guys really learn about themselves in the scouting process before the draft, because you're hearing all these analysts' opinions, whether it's coaches or GMs, like when they evaluate a player, he does this well, but he doesn't do this well. He's got to work on this. Did you take a lot of that in, just kind of hearing what people were thinking of your game?
I kind of, you know, I already felt like I knew what I had to work on. I knew what teams, you know, thought of me, just because, I mean, my college coach, you know, he kept it real with me, you know, my last year. And he would just tell me, you know, things that I need to work on, things that, you know, that are going to help me at the next level. And, you know, I'm still trying to continue to improve on those.
Were there anything specific that you could talk about that they said, hey, man, at the next level, you're going to have to do this? What's an example of that?
There's a lot of things. Just pad level is the first one. You know, there's a lot of, you know, strong guys, powerful guys out there on that field. So if I want to move them, I got to be able to be low, as well as, you know, just steps and just the little things, shooting hands, and just little tricks when it comes to, you know, just blocking defensive ends.
Yeah, when I got in the NFL, I wished I was shorter. You know, because you got to, and for you, it's hard, right? I mean, it's harder for you because you're 6'5". But what did you learn from the game? Tell us about your game. What kind of performance do you think you had, and anything that came out of that stood out to you?
Yeah, I think I did all right. There's a lot to improve on. You know, I was able to get my feet wet, have my first catch, which was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited for this next game, and. Yeah.
Does it look like you're going to ramp up reps now? Are they going to give you a lot of reps, or do you think it's going to stay about the same? Getting any idea?
No idea, honestly. Yeah. We're going to take it day by day.
Yeah.
What was it like for you just running out of that tunnel in front of those fans out there? I know it's not a regular season game. It's going to be amped up even more. Preseason game, maybe a little muted, but what was that experience like for you?
Man, it was great. It was unreal. I was locked in. I actually... Like, it was weird because I wasn't even, like, nervous going into it. But, you know, I felt like I was prepared, and that's how I want to feel going into every game.
Had you heard about the 12s before? Obviously, had you been up here before?
I've never been up here, no, but I've definitely heard about the 12s. My brother was a Seahawks fan growing up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we used to watch a lot of Seahawks games.
How'd your brother get to be you were on the other side, right, of the country?
Yeah, we were far. He actually, when they first dropped the new uniforms, you know, he really liked them, and then, you know, we ended up being really good.
Yeah.
So who were you a fan of growing up then? He's Seahawks fan. Where were you at?
It was really whatever team I liked playing on Madden that year.
I was going to say, please don't say 49ers. Don't say 49ers.
Oh, no.
You know better than that.
If it was true, you wouldn't say it now.
That's right. That's right. Hey, real quick, what do you like to do off the field when you're just trying to waste time or sit back and enjoy? What do you do?
I enjoy fishing.
Really?
I like going fishing. Yes, sir. I need to find some good spots out here. So, Seattle guys, if y'all watching, you know, put me on some spots.
Oh, our listeners are good at that. They recommend restaurants depending on the food you like, and I'm certain if
that too. I'm a big foodie as well. So
what kind of food are you looking for? You like Italian, Mexican, anything in particular?
Everything.
Just
good food.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we need restaurants.
Y'all hit me up. Restaurants and fishing spots. I need those.
So we'll get a list going, and then Dave will pass the list on to you.
Bet.
Yeah, and also we got a guy on Saturday mornings, the Outdoor Line.
Oh yeah.
Tom Nelson, and he's a fisherman guy. Maybe he can get you out on the boat.
Okay, bet. That sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. We're going to set you up, man.
He'll finally have somebody who's eager to be with him, as opposed to you.
Well, I don't like getting up at 3:30.
Are you an early morning guy? Will you get out there to fish and get up at the crack of dawn?
I mean, I will. Probably not during the season, though. During the season, I'm sleeping in. I'm going to go at whatever time I feel like it.
Yeah. But you grew up fishing?
Not really. I didn't start fishing until probably when I got to high school. When I got my car, I started driving, and it was one summer. Me and my friends were just bored. There was nothing to do. Just started fishing.
And fell in love with it, huh?
Yeah.
Can't get in trouble that way. That's
No.
good, clean living
Facts.
right there.
Did you play any other sports outside of football? Were you a basketball player?
I played pretty much everything growing up. Played everything, soccer, baseball, a little bit of basketball. I ran track. But once I got to high school, I kind of narrowed it down to just football. Yeah.
Okay. I figured height-wise they'd be recruiting him to play basketball.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I wasn't tall growing up. I didn't get tall until my sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which sport were you best at outside of football?
Outside of football, I'd probably say baseball.
Really? What position did you play?
Center field.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a lefty.
Lefty.
Oh,
Yes,
look at
sir.
you.
You can cover some ground out there.
Yes, sir.
Did you have a favorite baseball player? Or was it MLB The Show, whatever player was shining there?
Trying to think. I was a Giants fan. My dad grew up in San Francisco for a little bit, and he always used to watch the Giants, so I like watching them.
Okay. Was that ever a dream to be a big time baseball, major league baseball player, or was it always football is going to be the career?
No, I mean, I knew I wanted to play a professional sport. I didn't know what sport yet, but as I got older, I figured it out.
It's a great gig, man. It's a great gig.
Yes, sir.
It's no good on the outside. Do it as long as you can.
He passes that advice along to everybody, man. Enjoy it while it's there. Elijah, it's good to see you here, man. As I said, a lot of people are excited about what you're going to bring to the table. We can't wait to see you out there during the season, and we hope to catch up with you again. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
There you go, Elijah Arroyo of your Seattle Seahawks, a young guy that a lot of people are pinning a lot of hopes to. So excited to see him out there. Our coverage of Seahawks training camp is brought to you by The Landing in Renton. And speaking of that, Dave, we did have a man standing by the set last night. He was pointed out to you by Rod Marr, and he was sporting a number 92 Dave Wyman jersey. And he wanted to get it signed, but he came over while we were on the air, and he was signaling like, "Are you guys taking a timeout?" Or he was giving me the timeout sign. So I don't know if he wanted us to stop speaking, or if he was asking when
timeout,
or if he was wondering when we were going to stop. But I was putting my hand up like, "Hey, hang on one sec, we're almost done," and then he disappeared.
He did disappear.
If that guy's listening, maybe I don't know. Maybe he could send his jersey to the station. You were looking for him. You were going to sign it for him.
Well,
and I think that's what he wanted, but I don't know if he got on one of the buses and got out of there because it was 104 degrees, but yeah, kind of a bummer.
Well, one of the reasons why I wanted to track him down is that apparently he stole that out of a bag that was in my garage, because that's where
That's the only place to get them.
The jerseys are. Yeah, I don't think they make those. They're not pumping out 92 Wyman jerseys anymore. So
I don't know. I haven't perused the team shop in a while. Maybe there's a resurgence. Maybe there's a demand that you're not aware of.
It's more likely that it would be a Steve Rabel jersey.
Yeah.
Then.
And then on the sleeve it would have his 40 time 442.
That's right. I just saw Raves. Raves was in here recording something, and I kept looking for that guy. I was scanning the crowd when I was down on the sidelines and couldn't find him. So
yeah, I think he must have been on a time crunch, because I was looking for him as well. Couldn't find him, but if he's listening, maybe he could send it in or text in, and we'll give him an address or something, and you could sign it for him at 866-979-3776 if he's listening. Also, we need, as you heard there in our conversation with Elijah Arroyo, restaurant recommendations and fishing spot recommendations. And maybe Matt Nelson's father could take him out on the boat with him. How about that, Matt Nelson?
I got a call from Tom Nelson, and I actually answered. Usually I let it go to voicemail, but I got a call from him today, and I was like, "Hey, this guy, he's a big fisherman, so we can get him out there. Hopefully he doesn't make the kid get up at 4 a.m. or whatever." But like you said, somebody that actually appreciates going fishing.
That's right. And maybe he wouldn't mind fish blood all over his feet or whatever happens up on those boats. But so fishing spots and restaurant recommendations at 866-979-3776. Elijah Arroyo looking for some of those avenues, and we'll compile a list if you guys send that stuff in, and Dave will pass it along to him. Meanwhile, let's take two.
Well, Bob, Matt has been asking if he could go on that fishing trip as well, so you missed his
of course he has. He
pure
loves
excitement when he heard about that.
That's all he talks
I'm
about.
busy that day. My bad.
Yeah.
That's all he talks about, just constantly fishing.
He loves getting up early.
Well, speaking of things that I think only I would love here, but it is kind of newsworthy. The Brewers beat the Pirates today. They just finished up that win. It was their 12th win in a row, which means fans in the greater Milwaukee area get free burgers due to a long-standing promotion with a restaurant chain out there, George Webb. So if you live in the Milwaukee area or Wisconsin, you get a free burger now. Brewers have won 12 in a row, and a big series for the Mariners continues. The Astros and Red Sox, their finale at 4-10. Red Sox had that huge win last night over Houston.
Well, I'm headed to Milwaukee next Wednesday, Mike. Maybe I can pick one up for you.
Please do. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know.
Put it in your suitcase, wrap it up, bring it back.
Bob,
That'd be great.
Mike has not stopped talking about this. This is like his favorite sports story of the day.
Least surprising thing you've ever said. By the way, quickly, what would be the the Mariners, they're on a win streak. If they reach 10, if they reach 11, is there a chain around here that's going to give away free something or other? Anybody jumping in on that?
Let's get that going. Let's just solicit recommendations. If the Mariners win, what? 12 in a row again to copy the Brewers because the 12's here?
That's a good one. What were the stats on how many burgers?
It was like 25,000 pounds of ground beef, 90,000 burgers. It was just absurd. Last time they did this in 2018. So it's a big deal in the Milwaukee area. Free food.
So what would we want here?
Seafood related? You wouldn't like that.
No,
Dick's Burgers, maybe?
Dick's Burgers,
Yeah, maybe Dick's Burgers could jump in with some sort of promotion like that, or those donuts we like there, Lefko.
Mighty O. I would do that.
Wait, are those the healthy ones?
Yeah, Dave would hate it. So.
They're not healthy. They're just organic. They're still full of sugar and fat and all that.
I hear organic, as our guy Moyer says. I think healthy. I don't need healthy donuts.
Some big news today in the NBA. Carolina Hurricanes owner Tom Dundon has agreed to buy the Trailblazers from the Paul Allen estate for $4.25 billion.
Imagine having that kind of money just to toss around, Dave. $4.25 billion. All right, deal.
Let's do that. How do you do that? Do you do it like a transfer? Do you write a check?
They got a sock full of pennies and they just start counting.
And reminder, $1 billion is what, 1,000 million? I mean, and then I think we heard the Dallas Cowboys on Bump and Stacy. I heard, so it must be true. They're worth $10 billion, close to $10 billion.
Unbelievable. Those franchises in any sport just print money, especially in the NFL.
Yes.
Especially in the NFL. So there you go. Good for them. Take Two is brought to you by Swedish Cyberknife. Treat prostate cancer with Swedish Cyberknife. Swedish.org/cyberknife prostate. All right. Mariners take game one, a pitcher's duel, 1-0. Let's see what they get done today with Logan Gilbert on the hill again. There might be some inclement weather. If so, we will rejoin you if there is a stoppage in play. Otherwise, you got the pregame show coming your way next, and we'll talk to you later with Wyman and Bob, Seattle Sports on 710.
It's the Mariners' push to the playoffs, and it's only on Seattle Sports.
Swung on. That's crushed. Left field. It's on its way. It's into the bullpen. Number 44 for Cal Raleigh.
Up next, Game 2 against the O's in Baltimore.
Pregame at 2:30. First pitch at 3:35.
Strike three and the ball game is over.
On Seattle Sports, on 710 and the Seattle Sports app, the home of the Mariners.
Big Trees is Washington's premier tree sales and transplant company. With over 30 years of experience, Big Trees provides trees of all sizes for residential and commercial projects. Our 30-acre nursery features thousands of trees and hundreds of varieties that thrive in our Pacific Northwest climate. For hours, directions, and to see our wide selection of trees, visit BigTreeSupply.com.
Beauty, privacy, instantly. Big Trees.
Hundreds of vehicles on the ground, 8 dealerships, 14 brands, all in one location. Visit West Hills Autoplex. We have more brands in one location than anywhere else in Washington State, import or domestic, new or pre-owned. We make finding your perfect vehicle easy, and that means a remarkable car buying experience for you. Skip the hassle with West Hills' streamlined buying experience and feel confident buying from your neighborhood family-owned dealerships. West Hills Autoplex, Auto Centerway exit, Highway 3, Bremerton.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit. Accurate Auto Body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last dent. Accurate Auto Body.
Top Fitness Stores, the Puget Sound's premier fitness equipment store, is having a summer sale. Right now, they're offering the Inspire FT2 functional trainer at $2,000 off. Check out Precore's new 500 series treadmills and ellipticals. They're also offering the Inspire T5 fold-up treadmill at $500 off. Do you have an empty room in your house? Give Top Fitness your room dimensions, and they'll do a complete fitness room design. Top Fitness also has the flooring to complete the fitness space you dream of. As always, get the best advice and service from the team of experts at Top Fitness with professional delivery and assembly. It's no secret that everyone from personal trainers to professional athletes loves Top Fitness. From simple items like weights and accessories to complete home gym packages. Check out the summer event now. Top Fitness has locations in Tukwila, Linwood, and Bellevue, or visit topfitness.com for more info. That's Top Fitness, your best place for home fitness equipment.
Hey, Brock Ewart here for my friends over at PCF Construction. If you're seeking a complete outdoor living space or a very specific project like an underdeck ceiling, maybe a new deck, patio cover, railings, well, my friends at PCF have you covered. This summer, well, you can enjoy 12 months of no interest and no payments. And how about this? Plus 50% off a design and architectural drawing package, or up to $5,000 off an undercover system. If you're looking at your outside and saying, golly, what a beautiful summer in the Pacific Northwest, and we can't take advantage of it, well, take advantage of these offers today. If you've been wanting that new deck, that new patio cover, make the call. Get online right now and connect with my friends at PCF. You can find all the offer details. You can get project ideas, and you can browse photos at pcfgroup.com or call today at 425-629-8476. Don't let this offer pass you by. It's 425-629-8476.
Get rid of stubborn fat and address areas of loose skin with ProSculpt, the simple one-day permanent fat reduction and skin tightening treatment. Book your free consultation at prosculpt.com.
Hey, it's Bob Stelton here, and I can see clearly now. It's amazing. Let me tell you about one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. That's when I went to K2 Vision for Refractive Lens Exchange, or RLE. Dr. Kopstein started K2 Vision with Dr. King from King LASIK, the most experienced LASIK surgeon in the Northwest. King LASIK plus K2 Vision equals freedom vision for every stage of life. No glasses, contacts, readers, or cataracts. So if you're somebody that struggles with distance vision and now you always need a pair of reading glasses, K2 Vision RLE could be your perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the capper. You're never going to develop a cataract. I'm somebody that needed readers in every room of the house. I needed to see the scoreboard out at ball games. I just couldn't see clearly. That has all changed thanks to RLE. Whether it's LASIK, EVO ICL, or RLE, trust the most experienced team of doctors to point you in the right direction. Schedule your free Zoom consultation today at K2VisionRLE.com. That's K2VisionRLE.com.
This might be the most surprising statistic I've shared in decades of doing local news. More than 75% of commuters will be involved in a car accident at some point. JP Pendergast of Pendergast Law with more.
What makes it more surprising? The average person will be involved in 3 to 4 collisions in their lifetime.
With accidents unbelievably prevalent, what are some safety tips if it happens to you?
Safety first. Secondary collisions are not uncommon while awaiting help. Turn on those hazards and remain in a safe place. If a bystander witnessed the accident, capture their information and encourage them to remain at the scene. Seek medical attention immediately if needed, as delaying can be a costly mistake. Lastly, remember that statements made to police and insurance adjusters can affect your case.
Collisions are more common than we'd like to think. If you find yourself in one, follow these helpful tips and then call my friends at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one's injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
PendergastLaw.com.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle.